Hi guys, and thanks for watching our weather update on July 1st, 2023. So today is July 1st, happy July, and we're starting it on quite a cool and breezy note, but also quite a bright note. So from our latest satellite imagery, we can see that we've got cloud coming in off the Atlantic today, from the northwest, and that's bringing some showers, especially to northern areas, while it's drier further south. Um, over over the next few days, we will see the showers becoming more widespread to become countrywide on Monday. The radar shows a few showers over the north, as we said, and they're quite widespread over Scotland, especially over the west of Scotland. And as usual, we've got the usual storms over the continents. This is the 5-day forecast from the UKV at theweatheroutlook.com. As you can see it today, we've got a few showers in the north, but drier further south, and quite bright as well, quite breezy too. Into tonight, we will see showers fading away, becoming confined to the west and north coasts, and inland areas, and towards the south and east, we will see clear spells and variable cloud amounts. That will take us into tomorrow, and tomorrow we will see showers becoming a bit more widespread than they were today, but mainly affecting the central and northern areas of the country. We can still see that further south, across South Leinster and South Munster, it'll be mainly dry with decent spells of sunshine. Still breezy tomorrow though, and quite cool. Going off into Monday, into sunny nights, we see showers fading away, and once again they become confined towards the north coast. And towards morning on Monday, we see a more general area of rain pushing from the west, moving eastwards earlier on Monday morning, bringing some heavy bursts in places, especially towards the North Midlands. And that clears off by mid morning on Monday, leaving a mix of sunshine and showers. Some showers heavy with possible hail and thunder, especially across the Midlands and Northeast, and they'll gradually push eastwards through the day. Into Monday evening, showers once again become confined towards the west and northwest, though they actually by morning do try to spread more inland, and by Tuesday at 9 a.m. we've got a cluster of quite heavy showers across the west and northwest. Now into Tuesday afternoon, showers break out quite wildly, starting off across the north and North Midlands, and they'll gradually drift southeastwards as they progresses. So there's a risk of very heavy rain, hail and thunder, lightning, that lot. So do leave time for journeys, and so on. Into Tuesday evening, the showers fade off, and Tuesday night is again, which to repeat, the south and east are mainly dry and clear, as well as the Midlands, though showers will clip the northern and western coasts, and there's a risk of a few spots of rain with a bit of higher clouds pushing in towards the southeast, associated with this area of rain over southwestern England. That clears off into the Irish Sea early on Wednesday morning. I would left again with sunshine and heavy showers. Some heavy with, well, yeah, obviously some heavy, with hail and thunder, and then going off into Wednesday nights. Again, stars clearing. By Thursday morning, we can see cloud increasing along the west coast, and that will gradually push eastwards into Thursday with some heavy rain appearing off the western seaboard. This is the 2 meter temperature forecast from the UKV. So today was quite a cool day with highs maxing at the high teens across the southeast and the mid teens further northwest. Tonight sees temperatures dropping down towards single figures across the south, further north, around 10 or 11 degrees, so quite chilly tonight. Tomorrow, we can see that sunshine will come out, and across the southeast, temperatures will possibly clip 20 degrees, but elsewhere across the southern two-thirds of the country, around 16 to 18 degrees, while across the northern third of the country, limited at 15 to 17, with Donegal possibly stuck at 13. Going off into Sunday nights, a colder night on Sunday nights, with temperatures getting well down into single figures across parts of the east and northeast, while elsewhere you're at 10 or 11 degrees. Into Monday, temperatures rise to a cool high of 17 degrees for the Midlands, East, and that sort of region. In the southwest, where we have quite a lot of the clouds, only 12 degrees in some areas, and in the north, you're around the mid-teens. Going off into Monday nights, we can see that it goes quite cold, especially for the south and northeast, and there we'll see temperatures dropping well into single figures, while elsewhere around 10 or 11 degrees. And into Tuesday itself, we see highs maxing out around 17 degrees widely, a bit warmer in the east, a bit cooler towards the west and north. And moving off on to Wednesday, we can see that where we don't have the cloud ahead of a front here, and an onshore wind with showers, on Tuesday night it goes cold in the Midlands, North and West Midlands, that sort of region here, well down into single figures, while in the areas where we've got cloud or winds and showers, we've got temperatures above 10 degrees. And then into Thursday, Wednesday, high teens quite widely, but are capped around the low to mid-teens across the western and northern coasts. And into Thursday, less cool nights, but temperatures in single figures are still expected across the east, northeast, and south. Elsewhere around 10 to 12. And into Thursday itself, I think that's the first time today we see a temperature of 20 degrees appear on this chart in Ireland, right there in Dublin on Thursday. But yeah, Thursday's highs around the high teens towards 20 in the east, elsewhere the mid-teens. So we got quite a cool and showery 5 days coming up here, with low pressure to our northwest and Atlantic winds. Moving on to the GFS run, so we can see that today and tonight and tomorrow we got low pressure towards is in between Norway and Scotland, and the high pressure is down towards the Azores, and in between those two we've got the winds coming in from the northwest from Greenland and Iceland, so it's quite chilly. It's quite cool. Cool by day, cold by night. Since it's July. Obviously in the winter those are very mild lows, but considering it's July, those are quite cold lows. Into tomorrow, we see some showers across the country, most frequent in northern areas. And into Monday, showers become frequent and widespread everywhere. Some heavy with hail and thunder, with winds in from the west veering northerly. And into Tuesday, winds veer northerly, again heavy showers, spells of rain, etc. Possibly with hail and thunder. And moving into Wednesday, July 5th, winds back more westerly as low pressure sort of repositions out to our west and deepens there. And in the end, a ridge builds over sort of like Germany and France and the Low Countries, and an area of low pressure sits in the Atlantic to pull up a southerly winds. So that's quite a warm weekend of July 8th and 9th, but quite thundery as well. Possibly thundery with a front moving through it, cold fronts. And in the end, by the start of this second week of July, we see winds going westerly, and it goes cooler and wetter again, more showery. And we keep that up all the way up until mid-July. Quite a deep area of low pressure there on July 15th. That pushes through. And right at the end of the run, Monday, July 17th at 12 p.m, low pressure is just easing way towards Scandinavia, and some high pressure is pushing northwards from the Azores, and that ridge is likely to topple in from the west if we were to go any further. Next is the ECMWF run. So we can see that today and tomorrow we've got these winds from west and northwest, a few showers, especially in the north. Then on Monday and Tuesday, winds veer northerly as we go through these days, and showers get widespread and heavy with hail and thunder. Into Wednesday, that'd be yet another showery day with heavy ones in the mix. Into Thursday, an area of high pressure builds up from the south. I think that will give the south and east quite a decent day, but low pressure will remain quite close to the northwest, and there'll still be a risk of showers there. And into Friday, high pressure slips towards the low countries, and a deep area of low pressure sits to our west, and that will drop a southerly wind from Spain and Africa. So warm with that, yes, but with that with that low right there, it'll be thundery, I should say, with an active cold front moving eastwards on that kink in the ice bars, and that will clear through to reveal quite mild air, muggy air, but with a lot of convection. So showers and thunderstorms with that sort of scenario, and the low pressure eventually moves eastwards by July 11th, and we pull down the northerly winds. So quite chilly by then, by July 11th. This is the UK Met run, so you can see that tomorrow we have the winds in from the west and northwest. Monday and Tuesday, winds veer northerly, we get very showery. And into Wednesday and Thursday of next week, the wind veers more westerly as the low pressure sort of sinks southwestwards, forms in the Atlantic, and the ridge builds over Europe, and we pull up the winds from the southwest. Now on this run, the low is more intense, so I think a lot more rainfall and thunderstorms with this run into next weekend. But it's also quite warm still, with winds coming up from the Azores. Upper temperatures by next weekend are warmer to our southeast, but we're sort of on the boundary between some really quite warm air and some really cool air at the same time. This is a GEM run. So we can see today and tomorrow this wind off the west, off the Atlantic, and moving up towards Monday and Tuesday. The wind veers northerly, and a little front goes through. Just pepping up the showers a little bit. Sorry about that. Into Wednesday, we see the wind backing westerly, the area of low pressure sort of fitting to our north, and it will reform to our south. You can see that very nicely. And we put the southerly there into the weekend. That looks quite deep actually. That area of low is deep, very windy, especially for the west and north of that. That's something to watch. While by July 9th, we're looking very slack, but warm, but very warm. Upper temperatures, we actually have the plus 15 Celsius isotherm getting into England, Wales, possibly. I think it's quite there. We move forward. And the 10 Celsius isotherm is just clipping onto the southeast coast. But that looks like it could be really quite convective and thundery, that sort of scenario. This is the icon. Hover, there we go. So we gradually see the area of low pressure sort of meandering around Scandinavia, feeding winds from the north and northwest early next week. So cool and showery, some big showers moving around, some thunderstorms possibly. And winds will back westerly. Wednesday still showery, but Thursday we should be a bit drier, with rain across the northwest. Friday we'll see rain towards the northwest, dry for the southeast. But look at what happens here. Even by Sunday, July 9th, the high pressure seems to be winning the battle here, and we're pulling up like a southerly. I think in the west that'd be thundery, further east to be a bit drier, and we're wafting up some very hot air actually. I think we get the plus 15 isotherm towards the southeast coast there. So that'd be very warm or even hot. And finally, the arpege run is like this. We'll just do that. So we know the story. Cool and wet and showery. So I'll see you tomorrow, and bye for now.